This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. Yo, there's no dogs. It was a late one today. It's a late one. Thank you to the Day Freaks. Another miraculous day on there. Another miraculous day on the Day Show today. Very few people helped support the channel, but there was like one or two that made it all the way to, we got to the goal, so that was cool. I'm not even sure how many people were watching. I would have guessed 30 people. So I'm not sure if people are actually interested in that trial or not. What do you think? Yeah. Don't know. Yeah, so anyways, it's kind of a late show. A few updates in here, and then thought I'm gonna go read through the comments regarding the video that I made earlier. It doesn't have a tremendous amount of views or anything like that, but doesn't shock me at all. I don't cover it every single day, so I get kind of put out of the algorithm. Right. Well, cool. Yeah, hold on, I gotta get water. Oh yeah, why are you in the hospital? I don't think they're not that interested in that trial for some reason. Thanks, Jessica Schubach. Fishing, let's see. It wasn't really that great. I mean, I took them all the way to Central Oregon just to sort of show them what it looks like there. Cast it a few times, fly fishing, and got one little fish came up, and then we went to the Dalles and tried a few spots. Caught one of the kids caught a little tiny smallmouth bass, and then we caught like 5 pumpkin seed sunfish in some other place that we went to. But yeah, it was cool just to cast out and catch something. But anyways, I know it's sort of a late show, so I understand, but if you guys want to still help support the channel, I don't really have a goal set up there because I don't really know what to do when it's at 9 o'clock at night or whatever. But, just trying to power through. It was a long day today. It was 9:30, left at 9:30, got home at 7:30. So there you go. It was a long one. It's a show. Yep, that's why I call it that. A show. So no spectacular big fish or anything like that. Wasn't really expecting anything. But yeah. It's one of those things that's like the opportunity cost. You know, you go fishing and then you don't get to do the normal time show that you do, and if the show doesn't do well, then it's like, man, that day of fishing cost a shitload of way more money than it would have. Thanks, Amber Maiden. I mean, it's one of those things like if somebody says, hey, can you work a double shift today, overtime, and you say, no, I'm going to a basketball game. Well, when you go to the basketball game, it costs you $100 to go to the basketball game, and then you missed out on $300 at your work. You know what I mean? So then it's a $400 basketball game. Thank you, Ali79. Yeah, alright, so what's going on out here? So one of the cases that we were covering, Alicia Watts, the guy was arrested for her disappearance and everything, and apparently they found her today. No, Ada, we were just covering this. Stuff that I have on listed. You see that? Yeah. Let's see. You guys are more than welcome to exit the stream though and go read what, go look up what Ada just typed in. Yeah. Let's see who I don't know who Janine is. How's my title clickbait? My title is a show. That's clickbait? It's about the most unclickbaity title in the history of the world. And then the thumbnail says a show, and then lists 5 different people. Well, that was really poor humor, Janine. I mean, it's like have something in there that makes it funny. It was ridiculous. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter if it was yesterday. I don't have it in the title. I didn't see it. Nobody sent it to me. So you can see what I'm covering. So if people want to go, I knew that Zozo would come in and laugh, even though it wasn't funny. Okay. I was 100% certain that she would do that. Let's see. I mean, I was literally going, watch this in my mind, and there it is. Let's see. I'll stick around for a show. Yep. What do you mean what happened with Blue? He's just outside, or he's somewhere. I think he's getting his teeth brushed here in a minute. Let's see. It's a house voice. It's a show! Like that. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by what happened with Blue. He's right over there. Let's see. Right, yeah, he's been like that. I give him medicine. Remember? Alright. You notice how there was 190 people watching Ada and then 170 after you said that? Yeah. Oh well. Let's see. Let me get to the... So we covered a Timothy Haslett case a while back. That was the guy that had a woman kidnapped inside the house. Like she was out and then she escaped and ran to some neighbors, and then there was like one of the witnesses was found murdered somewhere. So anyway, I guess this is an update on that. I wanted to check it out. But we covered it the other day, too. I brought up the update. Let's see. So it says Excelsior Springs police have released Updated information about the remains of a potential witness in an investigation as prosecutors are requesting to increase the bond of Timothy Haslett Jr. Haslett is charged with first-degree rape, first-degree kidnapping, and second-degree assault after police say a woman broke free from his Excelsior Springs home last fall. Then she told police she'd been taken from Kansas City, held in a small room in a basement, bound, beaten, raped in Haslett's home. Excelsior Springs Police Chief Gregory Dole confirmed to KMBC9 investigates that a kayaker found the remains of a potential witness in the case, Janie Crosdale, inside a blue barrel with a lid along the Missouri River. Missouri State Highway Patrol confirmed Crosdale's remains were found in June of this year along the Hills Island chute of the Missouri River in Saline County. Blue barrels were in the driveway of Haslett's Excelsior Springs home when KMBC shot video of the crime scene in October of 2022. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's the place where she escaped. I think it was right around this, right here. I kind of remember that look. And then she ran over here somewhere. Dole said investigators do not believe Crosdale and a woman who escaped knew each other. Dole said investigators do not believe Crosdale and the woman who escaped knew each other. He said investigators are still trying to pin down the timeline of when Haslett and Crosdale had contact, but he did say they had contact prior to the woman escaping Haslett's home. Dole also said investigators labeled Crosdale a witness. Let's see. A witness thinking that she saw or experienced something that would have given them more information about Haslett as they investigated the separate rape and kidnapping case last year. We didn't have anything that we could say she was a victim, but we knew they had contact. So somehow they knew each other. Dole also said he and another investigator notified Crosdale's family last Monday about her remains being found. Last week, the Clay County Prosecutor's Office filed a motion to increase Haslett's bond on existing case. I wonder why, was she sort of a lure and then she was killed? I don't really understand how she would have been killed after Haslett got arrested. You know, so if she was killed before, it sort of makes sense, but it's also weird, too. Yeah, she did say something like that. Her friends didn't make it, yeah. And I don't know if that's one of the friends that didn't make it. So, I mean, it doesn't sort of doesn't sound like it because they just said that she didn't know her. Remember that? Hold on a second. Jesus. Thank you, Deborah Blum Rogers. Now, the Blue hasn't been sick at all, okay? He just has an enlarged heart, which pushes against his trachea. Other than that, he's totally fine. He's healthy as hell. He just has, not that that's something, but when you say he's been sick, he's not sick or anything. He's just, I don't really know how to explain it to you. They said he had a great physical, other than he has an enlarged heart, which is pressing against his trachea. That's it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't really have much more to offer on this one. It's just, I guess when the time comes, maybe we'll be able to figure out why. Let's see what this. I mean, how he knew her. Because it doesn't sound like they knew each other, right? So then it wouldn't be one of the friends that didn't make it. I think she might not have said friends, though. She might have said there was a few other girls that didn't make it. Something like that. And if that's the case, then it could be one of them. But they don't think that they knew each other. But I could see... I don't remember the exact wording, to be honest with you. Yeah. Okay, then in the case of Alicia Watts, I actually took some time and found where that cemetery is that she was buried near. Let's see. So I'm going to have to, this is a news channel, WCNC. I'll just kind of skip it around. But that's the cemetery. Let me go back here. Yeah, so there it is. You can see the same shape. It's about like that. See, right there. I don't know exactly. Let me see if I can find where in the cemetery. I mean, it seems like it's in the woods back behind the cemetery here. And you have a bunch of cars lined up right here. And might be back. But they finally found her body, even though we already knew that she was dead. So that's the video. There it is right there. I'm just trying to see where they come into. There's video of four-wheelers driving through the woods. Okay, see? Like way in there. See that? Let's see if we can figure out where that is. Come on. I don't know whether it's just following this one vehicle down. Is there another spot? Weird. So it's not at the cemetery? Yeah, he's right in here now. See that house right there is this one. Yeah, we already know this. We've been following this case since the beginning. Boyfriend's been arrested. Everything is, basically all they were doing is trying to find the body. Oh, wow. So they're way over here. Jesus. That's where they were staging at the cemetery. Huh, that's sort of interesting. Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, right there, and they come around. And so, let me go back just a little bit. Again. Okay. I see it. Then up around, and then right here. Okay. Let me go back again because they're out somewhere else. And there's a whole bunch of vehicles down there. Another one there. I don't really want to play it all. Yeah, so the cemetery is over here, but where they're at is back right here. That's exactly where that was. They came down, drove on this road like this, and then came in. So it's right around in this area is where they seem to be looking. Okay. Yeah, it's just a case where a boyfriend abducted her girlfriend and children, or not children, her, and took her somewhere and killed her, and then she disappeared and nobody knew where she was, and they arrested the boyfriend, you know. Yeah, it's Elisa Watch. As we said, it's in the title. Yeah. So this is where she was found out here. Well, let's see. Now they've got crime scene tape here. So I guess if I go back, if I try to follow it along more, I'll have to do it on the side, so I can't share it with you while I'll just do it myself. So they're right there. They're showing exactly like this on the video. Just like this right now. And then it sort of zoomed in like this. There's a little SUV type or quad driving right here. When it comes down, they show the road going like this, and then up and around like this, and then right here there's two vehicles. And then it's kind of panning over like this, down a little bit, right in here. It's just stopped on a truck looking right there, and then it zooms out. Yeah. So it's kind of like this. They're showing this house on the screen for a second. And it pans back, looking up there. And then it's looking kind of in this area, panning like that. And then now they're showing the quad driving down the road like this. And they're kind of looking at the same spot right here again. Kind of like this. It's right there. Two cars. So this must be where the crime scene is. And then it pans out like this a little bit. And it's kind of looking in here. kind of over here a little bit. Still kind of focused in on this area here. I'm looking at it on the helicopter footage. It's right here. I followed it along. I know how to do this. And it looks like it's kind of driving back here. I know you could see the crime scene tape. No mercy. That's what I'm going to right now. Do people just show up and start typing in? I literally just said that like 2 minutes ago. Oh, there's a crime scene tape. What I'll do is I'll go back and watch it. I mean, it almost feels like they're, he's coming back this way again. What do you mean you weren't sure I saw it? I even said, oh, look, there's a crime scene tape. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the... So I guess the cemetery was just a like a base. Okay, see it like this. Is that? Yeah. That. Yep. And there's this house over here. It pans back around. I'm just trying to find the crime scene tape. So, right there. Okay. So right in here to the left. The crime scene's right in here. So basically, I just found it. It's kind of in this area right here. Right in there. See that? I mean, it's pretty interesting how the ground's exactly the same. So if you watch, see how that little segment on the ground right here. See that? It's right there, like that. In fact, you can see this and that right here. It's kind of about like this angle, like this. Okay. Then when you go back and watch it, so there's that thing, and then they kind of zoom in here on that dry dirt, and then there's the tape right there. See that? The tape on the ground there. And so it's right in this area. There it is right there, the tape. So it's just to the left of that, right there, inside of there. See that? All right. So isn't that super chat worthy, you guys? Finding the exact location using the same techniques we've been using for a long time. I don't know why you thought that. That made no sense. Good analysis so far. Of what? Yeah, so that's where it is. That's where it is. Oh, thanks, Katie Green on PayPal. We're looking at something, if you hit the rewind button, you'll be able to see Canine Rescue. So basically, someone would need to be very familiar with the area. Yeah, I mean, it's weird how they have the cemetery. This is the Alicia Watts case, okay? We've covered it multiple times when she was, you know, there's been press conferences with her boyfriend. I think she was at her mother's house and left 2 of her kids there, then went with the boyfriend with her other older 2 kids, or younger 2 kids, I guess. Now I can't remember exactly how old they were. And then she just went missing, and you know, he's got a huge criminal record, and you know, it was never going to be a good story. Thanks, Miranda. I guess that was the only one that thought that was worthy. Alright, let's see. Alicia Watts case, yeah. Yeah, so that must have been where they had the base, and then somehow right around in this area is where her body was found. It's pretty random. I mean, you'd have to, I mean, likely they went exactly how that 4-wheeler was doing it. You know, probably went right down that road here in probably just a regular vehicle and drove on this road, and then you can come around right here, and then it keeps going around like this, and it winds around, and then you get to right here, and I think you can even turn and come down one of these, like it looks almost like a wash or some sort, and then she was right in there. You know, you could also have come over here and cut across, but I doubt it. Okay, well, I guess that's it for that one. They found her. That's great news. I mean, she wasn't going to be found alive, so it's an absolute bonus for the family to get to know where she is. Now they can grieve and move on to the next phase. But if her body was never found, it would be a nightmare for, you know, it'd always be a nightmare, but it's much worse. Similar to a missing person case, you know. Missing person presumed murdered. No, she never really was like missing. She was murdered a long time ago. I don't know, a few weeks. Thanks, Mama 457 Rose. Yeah, so I guess like 5 or 6 weeks. Man, I'm sleepy. Tired. It says Montgomery County Sheriff's Office investigators believe they have found the remains of Alicia Watts. WRAL News learned a body was found in the area of Norman, a small town along Interstate 74. Watts' boyfriend, James Dunmore, has been taken into custody and arrested for murder. Earlier Thursday, a body was found in connection with their disappearance. Investigators have since confirmed the body was Watts. Watts, who lived in Moore County, had been missing for over a month and was 39 years old. Authorities are now investigating the case as a homicide. Thursday's scene was about 20 minutes away from Watts' home in Foxfire. Sky 5 was flying over the scene at the Norman Community Cemetery along Cemetery Road near the Richmond-Montgomery County line. Moore County Sheriff Office deputies were part of the task force gathered at the cemetery. A bouquet of flowers was seen in the woods. Jeez, just sneezed. It was found behind the cemetery, I guess. Montgomery County Sheriff Pete Herron expressed his condolences at a press conference at the cemetery. This is not the outcome that we had been hoping for, but finding Alicia today, we hope we can bring some closure to family and friends. There is no closure. The case drew attention from all over the state, and multiple vigils were held in recent weeks as many hoped for a good ending that tragically never came. There will be a day of reckoning for this individual that was arrested. She's in a better place now. A family member of Watts and WRAL News told the news channel that the boyfriend Dunmore, whom Watts was last seen on July 16th, was taken into custody at his Charlotte home by police. I thought he was already in custody. Or maybe he was somebody that that was the other case. This is the one where... Wasn't he the one that they found him in her vehicle and it looked like he tried to kill himself? Yeah, that's the one. And then he was at the hospital and apparently they just let him go or something, but he was in her vehicle. Yeah, that's ridiculous. He should have been arrested a long time ago. Yeah. Dunmore was found unresponsive, and there it is, in Watts' SUV on July 18th, the day before officers with the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department filed a missing person report for her. Warrants show Dunmore tried to commit suicide on that day. Officers told WRAL News when they found Dunmore inside the SUV, he initially told authorities he was taking a nap. Officers found him unresponsive 3 hours later in the same parking lot. On July 16th, Watts and Dunmore left for Charlotte in his black Mercedes SUV. The two had tickets to a comedy show at Bojangles Coliseum, but did not attend. On July 26th, police officers were seen searching Dunmore, Charlotte area's home. Dunmore was considered a person of interest in Watts' disappearance. I don't really feel like going through all these again. It's not really moving. Yeah, I know it's correct, Michelle. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys are on rewind or whatnot, but let's see. Check out the new freak. Yeah, who the hell wants to buy a beanie in the summer? Alright, you guys. Well, currently we are at 1/8 of a normal night. I know we only have 287 people watching, but there's some way. I know it's kind of a late show, and I got here kind of late, but it would be great to try to hit the goal tonight. Thank you very much. Alright, in 2018, this is regarding LISK now. So here's this woman. This is an article from 2018, right? It says the Sumter County Sheriff's Department is asking for the public's assistance to help find a woman who had been missing for more than a year. Deputies say Julia Bean was last seen in the Red Bay Road area. Let's see where that is. Yeah, and it's right there, this one. Red Bay Road. You said, let's see, so it was in Sumter County, South Carolina. Is that what this is? Don't know. The Sumter County Sheriff's Department is asking for the public's assistance to help find a woman who has been missing for more than a year. Deputies say Julia Bean was last seen in the Red Bay Road area on May 31st, 2017. 6 months later, she was reported missing, and authorities have been actively searching for her since. Family members told authorities that the 37-year-old left the area on foot and does not have a cell phone and is not taking any medications. Family members told authorities that the 37-year-old left the area on foot and does not have a cell phone and is not taking any medication. She's described as a white woman with light brown hair and green eyes. She weighs somewhere between 110 and 120 pounds and stands about 5 feet 6 inches tall. And that's her. She seems like, looks pretty to me. She reportedly had 3 tattoos, one of them a tribal design on her lower back, the name Scott on her left hip, and right small paw prints on her right hip. If you have any information on where Julia may be, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers at 188-CRIME-SC. So there's that one. But then, currently, the daughter of Julie Ann Bean says she last saw her mom with Gilgo Beach serial killer suspect Rex Hurman the day before she went missing in South Carolina, and begs the cops to investigate. I mean, that's crazy, right? The daughter of Julie Ann Bean, a South Carolina woman who vanished in 2017, claimed she saw her mom with Gilgo Beach killer suspect Rex Hurman. I mean, is she just saying this to, get eyes on her case, Julia Ann Bean was last seen in the Red Bay Road area of Sumter County, Carolina, in a truck with an unidentified man in early June, and was reported missing on November 18, 2017. Bean's daughter said she recognized the 59-year-old architect who was arrested last month in connection to the murders of 3 women whose bodies were found dumped on Gilgo Beach in New York. Commenting on a photo of Hurman, she said, "I have chills. I've seen him," according to a text message obtained by the U.S. Sun. "That was the last man I saw her with personally." The South Carolina Sumter County Sheriff's Office said they will be investigating the claims that Bean was with the suspected murderer who had ties to South Carolina. We'll be looking into it on our end. The investigation was prompted after friends and family of Bean pleaded with officials to investigate Herman in connection with her disappearance. A friend of the victim, Heidi Kovis, has been raising awareness about Bean's case ever since she disappeared 6 years ago. Kovis told the U.S. Sun when she watched Herman's victims on the news in July, her jaw dropped as she believed they shared a dark resemblance to her missing friend. All of them match Julia Kovis. Let's see, what is... No, but she's 5'6". But she's, thin, but 5'6" isn't really what he went after a lot. All of them match Julia Kovis. Kovis said everything: the blonde hair, the green eyes, the fact she was so petite. She said that Bean's daughter also knew right away. She knew him right away. In her suspicious disappearance, Bean left all personal items, including her keys, cell phone, and wallet at home. That led her loved ones to believe she was possibly taken against her will. And also, how she disappeared so suddenly. She had $5,000 in the bank. She had money in her purse, but she didn't take that with her. Her drugs were left on the table, she added. Herman has ties to South Carolina. He owns 154,000 plot of land in Chester, South Carolina, where he planned to retire near his brother Craig. Yeah, I remember we were looking at this land. That's where I was thinking about. Was trying to find that where we had that. Or is it right here though? Yeah, it's right there. There you go. So, it's not really near there. So I don't know. This is the Charlie Project. It just says Bean was last seen in the Red Bay Road area of Sumter, South Carolina. Okay. So let's see. Red Bay Road, Sumter. Okay, that's a little closer there than before. Kind of. It's not really. Oh, I spelled red wrong. So it's down here. $75 miles. But let's see. Well, at least I got a show in tonight, you guys. I was here. Maybe I'll do the other part on, I don't know what you call it, the Idaho 4 case later. This is crazy in here. So, anyways, I got you some updates in there, and that's about it. All right. So thank you guys all for being here tonight. Thank you to, let's see. I gotta go do something. I gotta get ready for another show tomorrow. Gotta get back on the correct time. As you can tell, this doesn't work out at this time. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Thank you to Jessica Schubach, Amber Maiden, Ali79, Deborah Blum Rogers, Miranda Fratis Healy, and Mama 457 Rose. Appreciate it. And also to Katie Green. Alright. All right, everybody, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow, and be safe out there. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Greg is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temper fucking checked ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. Alright, everybody? Talk to you later.